So Lyney is literally a pyro god, and I'm not lying. I was a hutao main before Lyney came out, but now I think Lyney is far better than hutao too. And yeah, in this video I will tell you some reasons that why Lyney is better than hutao. But let me tell you first that hutao is not at all a bad character. She is still one of the most powerful DPS characters in the game, and this video is just based on my personal opinion. And yeah, now let's start. So first let's talk about gameplay. So Lyney's elemental skill Guard Force Translocation fires a prop arrow that deals pyro damage and summons a green Malkin hat. This hat will follow Lyney around and attack enemies with pyro damage. It also increases Lyney's crit rate by 10% and reduces the stamina consumption of his charge attacks by 50%. This makes Lyney a very efficient and consistent DPS character who can deal high damage from a safe distance. Hutao's elemental skill Guide to Afterlife consumes 30% of her current HP Rage mode state. In this state, her attacks are converted to pyro damage and deal increased damage based on her maximum HP. However, she also loses HP continuously and cannot be healed by normal means. This makes Hutao a very risky and bursty DPS character who needs to manage her HP and rely on shields or healing buffs to survive. Now Lyney's elemental burst unleashes a dazzling performance that deals massive pyro damage to enemies in a large area. It also creates an illusionary stage that increases the pyro damage of all party members by 15% for 12 seconds. This makes Lyney a very versatile and supportive character who can enhance the damage of his teammates and trigger powerful elemental reactions. Hutao's elemental burst commands a Bizzling Spirit to deal pyro damage to enemies in front of her. It also heals Hutao for a percentage of her max HP based on the number of enemies hit. If Hutao's HP is below or equal to 50% when the skill is used, both the damage and healing will be increased. This makes Hutao a very self-sufficient and resilient character who can heal herself and deal more damage when she is low on HP. But however, based on their gameplay, I think Lyney is better than Hutao because he has more advantages and fewer drawbacks. Lyney has a higher base crit damage, which means he can deal more consistent critical hits with his charge attacks. He also has higher base defense, which means he can take more hits without dying. He also has a longer range, which means he can avoid enemy attack more easily. And he also has a better elemental burst, which means he can support his team more effectively. Hutao, on the other hand, has a lower base crit damage, which means she needs more crit rate to deal critical hits with her attacks. She also has lower base defense, which means she is more vulnerable to enemy attacks. She also has a shorter range, which means she has to get close to enemies and expose herself to more danger. However, her elemental skill is decent, but she still has to sacrifice her HP and limit her healing options. Now my next point is design. Lyney and Hutao are both characters from different regions. Lyney is from Fontaine while Hutao is from Liyue. Lyney's design is inspired by French culture and fashion of Fontaine, while Hutao's design is inspired by the Chinese culture and funeral traditions of Liyue. But based on their design, I think Lyney is better than Hutao because he has more style and flair. Lyney's design is more colorful and elegant, while Hutao's design is more plain and simple. Lyney's design also has more details and accessories that make him stand out from other characters. His hat, bow tie, feather and bow are all unique and eye-catching elements that add to his charm. Hutao's design, on the other hand, is more monotonous and dull. Her design is mostly red and black, which are common colors for pyro characters. Hutao's design also have few details and accessories that make her look different from other characters. Her hairpin, earrings, cloak and polearm are all generic and common elements that do not add much to her appeal. And even based on their personalities, I think Lyney is better than Hutao because he's more likable and relatable. Lyney's personality is more charming and humorous, while Hutao's personality is more mischievous and I would say annoying. Lyney's personality also has more depth and complexity, while Hutao's personality is more shallow and simple. So in conclusion, I think Lyney is better than Hutao for three major reasons. First is gameplay, second is design, and third is personality. Lyney has more advantages and fewer drawbacks in gameplay, more style and flair in design, and more charm and depth in personality. Lyney is a character that I enjoy playing with, looking at it and listening to. And Hutao, on the other hand, has fewer advantages and more drawbacks in gameplay, less style and flair in design, and less charm and depth in personality. But this doesn't mean Hutao is a bad character. She is still my pyro queen and will forever be. And this complete video is just my personal opinion, so no need to give hate or anything. And also tell me which character do you like the most, and I will see you in the next one.